Hi and welcome to Classic Car Cave. I want to start by saying I'm really sorry I made a massive screw up, and I've started a new channel called Look at Life. As from the old, they used to have it in the cinemas many years ago. I remember as a kid, 60s and the 70s, they used to have this thing called Look at Life. Strangely enough, the narrator was called Tim Turner, same surname as me. But anyway, and that's why I made this new channel, and I didn't want to put the two together. But I've screwed up and I've put the video on the wrong channel. I'll try and work out how to put it back on this Look at Life as soon as I possibly can. So this video is just about the XK, or from Classic Car Cave. Yeah. So I'll get it sorted out. But what I would like to say to you, I'd like to have to ask you, if you would, I'd love you to go over and have a look at this Look at Life channel, and if you like it, subscribe or give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you want, or your opinions or comments. As I said, I want to try and keep them both separate, and I'll hopefully not screw up in the future. I just hope that I can take this one out of Classic Car Cave and put it into Look at Life. So I'd really appreciate it if you would go over, have a look, see what you think, and then decide whether you want to have a look, carry on watching or not watching, whatever the case may be. So without any further ado, we'll go on to the video for the XK stuff. Now we're getting on quite well. Amir just came back yesterday, and we're doing quite a lot of stuff towards the body, and what we're shooting for is about a February date for getting it into paint. So I hope you enjoy the video. Welcome to Classic Car Cave. Just give you a little update on the XK150. So what I did was I put on the bumpers, checked out the irons all fitted and everything was good. And then I've taken it back off again today and put these plinths in, these things here, they're called plinths. Now there's two different types, there's this style and then there's another one that actually has a hole in it and a third bracket for the fog lamps. But I don't like the fog lamps on the XK. I'm sure I'll get some comments about that. I don't particularly like them, but whatever. And it's unnecessary. I'll never dry this thing in the fog, unless I get caught in the fog, of course. So I just wanted to show you basically what we're doing. So obviously these pieces here will be painted white with the car. Now these two plinths were on the car originally, so they're from 1958, and they were in quite bad condition. And I have welded them up, but I'm not happy about the condition. They're a bit wavy. It's very difficult to get them flat. So I'm buying some new ones, these two plinths on either side. But as you can see, the bumper's on, and if I can get this in the right, focus, hopefully you can see that grille is right in the middle. I don't know if that's going to show it right. It's a bit hard to get everything lined up. So that's where we are with it. That grille is only placed on there. There's no bolts in it, so you can see, if I go up close, you can see that it's not fully tight up against here because I've only just got the grille on. It's basically just sitting on the front. So let me put this down somewhere where it won't get damaged, because it was very expensive to buy that. So yeah, so going on from there, while I was doing that, Amir's been working on the doors, on these door gaps, and as you can see, they're getting better and better all the time. Still a little extra there we've got to do, but the basic gap is there, and we're going for 5mm all round. Again here, I think that's I think you agree that's quite a nice fit there. They're nice and flush. It's good here and good here. If anything, probably maybe not too tight, but there's a piece of chrome to go on this piece here. So on the other side, it's a different story. The gap is good, but there's some other issues. So like I say, again here, the gap is nice all the way down, and the gap here is very nice, and it's very flush, and again all the way down. It just needs some touching up on the bottom. But what is wrong is here. You can see that this gap is far too big. That's probably about 7mm. So what we'll do is, obviously we don't want to do anything to the door, so what we'll do is we'll build this lead. This is lead anyway, and we'll build that lead up another 2mm and bring that to 5mm as well, because the chrome trim only goes on the top piece here, which hopefully I'll get back soon, and we can check it out and make sure they're okay. Okay, so inside, I'll take you around the other side because it's a better view. This is a T5 or a Trimac gearbox, which I believe are American, and this has a special adapter on it. So it's the original bell housing from the XK, and it's a 5-speed. That's obviously a T5 speed gearbox. Now, obviously, I have the original Moss box that was in the car, which is 4-speed, but it does have an overdrive, electric overdrive solenoid. They had two types. They had an electric one, and they also had a mechanical one, and they had like a second gear lever that you could put it into overdrive. So one of the issues we've got, which you may be able to see down there, I'll try and get the camera in so you can see it. I don't know if you can see, there's a little plug there, and that's for the reversing light. And obviously that piece of wood, let me see if I can open the door, and I'll show you better. So there you can see, this is the plug here for the reversing light, and you can see the wood's right close to it. So what we need to do is just take a little piece out of there. In fact, I could even take off more than that. Well, no, not really, because the cover's here, but we basically need to take a little cut out here so that we can use that switch. It might actually, that might even, I think it's reversed, because I would think that's where the main shafts are, the lay shaft is. I think that one up there is a temperature sensor, and I think this one is the reversing light. I'm not sure, I'll have to check that out. But apart from that, the tunnel is fitting really nicely. And I've seen another conversion with this T5 Trimac box where they had to cut the outer cowling for some reason along here and add a small piece into it. They had to add, you know, 0.5 centimetre into it. Why, I don't actually know. Maybe it was a different box. You know, an older box, an older T5 box. So that's where we're at. Yeah. So you can see the back bumpers are on, and you can see how nice that looks. And then when I lift it here, you can see how close that is to the boot. But you can see how nice that looks. So I'm very pleased with that. That chrome's come out extremely nice. So I will be taking these apart. What I intend to do with these bumpers is on the inside, because they're so old. I mean, they were, you know, built in 58 or 57 possibly even. They're quite damaged is not the right word, but it's not particularly nice, the finish on the inside where it's not chromed, where it was dipped in acid, and it was obviously quite flaky and rusty. So we're going to use a plastic preparation that puts, what we'll do obviously is mask them all out and use this plastic coating to go on the inside of the bumpers, which will stop any rot. They are kind of galvanized on the inside, but I think I'd rather have something on them. So you can see here, maybe that'll give you an idea. I don't know if you can see. You can see the galvanization of them there. But I think some kind of protective coating might be nice, and I definitely want to change these. So I want to use one piece to come. This is really nice, the rubber, but I want one piece coming up round, so all 4 overriders will have that instead of this piece separate. It doesn't look very nice on the corner. So I'll buy some new rubber and do that so it's all in one piece. So this piece here that you can see, this will be in white, and also there's another 2 pieces which I can show you, but they go in here on the rear wings, and they go up here and round, and they'll be painted obviously white as well. But the reason we've done it without them in is it's fairly obvious. If the gap is good without them in, and that's not even fully bolted up yet, but if the gap's that good without them in, how much better is it going to be with it when they're in? So this is why we've done it. So, and I'll show you what the rubbers look like. They're already pre-made up, and this is them here. But as I say, all these will be painted white. And this is the proper McCoy. You can see the solid on the end. Yeah. So should look really, really nice when it's finished. So there we are. That's just a quick update. And yeah, definitely moving forward. I think February we can get everything off and get it over to this paint shop, and hopefully I should be going in a week or two's time. Once this lockdown's finished in, I think it's the 13th of this month, 13th of December in Austria, I'll go and see the chap who's going to do the painting, and we'll discuss how and when and what. So on that note, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and yeah, just go out there and build something or make something.